Hello VVS. In this section, I would like to explain an important topic, study of animal tissues part 2. This is very useful for various competitive exams, PG set, AP set and NET. Objectives: Introduction, tissue types, epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. In this section, I would like to explain muscular tissue and nervous tissue. Introduction. The body of every multicellular organism is composed of fundamental units called cells. Depending upon the number of cells, the organisms are two types: unicellular, multicellular. The single cell of unicellular organism performs all life activities, but in multicellular organism, all life activities are shared by different groups of cells. Each group is said to be a tissue. A group of cells having same origin, structure and performing same function is called a tissue. The study of tissue is known as histology. Histos means tissue, logos means study or microanatomy. The tissue was first observed in Cork by Robert Hooke. In multicellular organisms, the cells are two types: somatic cells and germ cells. The somatic cells and their derivatives form the individual throughout its life, whereas the germ cells are responsible for the continuation of the species. The somatic cells form tissue, the tissues unite to produce an organ, organs unite to produce a system, and different systems constitute to form an organism. The tissue in animals are of four types: epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue, nervous tissue. The tissues differ in the amount and structure of intercellular substance or matrix. They also differ in function. The epithelial tissue performs protection, excretion, secretion, sensation, and absorption. The connective tissue is the supporting and binding tissue. Muscular tissue aids in contraction and movement of the body. Nervous tissue helps in coordination of different organs. Muscular tissue. Muscular tissue is a specialized tissue. It brings out all types of movements in the animal body. It has great powers of excitation and contraction. The muscular tissue is made up of greatly elongated muscle cells called muscle fibers or myocytes or sarcocytes. The muscle fibers in their turn are made up of minute fibrils called myofibrils. When these myofibrils contract, the muscle fibers are shortened to a great extent. Thus, the structure of muscle is designed in relation to its specialized functions. Muscular tissue is mesodermal in origin. With a few exceptions, it constitutes about 60 to 75% of the total body weight. It has no intercellular substance. The muscle cells are covered and held together by connective tissue. Like nerve cells, muscle cells also do not undergo division after their birth, but the muscle cells increase in size due to increase in the volume of sarcoplasm during the process of growth. The study of muscular tissue is known as myology. There are three distinct types of muscles in the vertebrate body. These muscles differ from each other in their structure and position in the body. The three types of muscle tissues are striated or striped muscles, non-striated or unstriped or smooth muscles, cardiac muscles. Striated muscles. The striated muscles are generally found attached to the skeleton except the muscles of tongue. Hence, these muscles are called skeletal muscles. The striated muscles help in the movement of bones and body as a whole. They account for about 40% of the total body weight and also form flesh. Since these muscles function under the control of the will of organism, it is said to be voluntary in function. Hence, these muscles are also called voluntary muscles. Muscle fiber. The striated muscle consists of several long cylindrical and unbranched fibers known as muscle fibers or muscle cells. Each striated muscle fiber measures about 120 millimeters in length and 100 meters in diameter. However, the size of a muscle fiber is variable. It is covered by a limiting membrane called sarcolemma. Several elongated nuclei are peripheral in position in the sarcoplasm. Such a multinucleate cell is called a syncytium or coinocyte. The muscle fibers are supplied with blood vessels and motor nerves. The sarcoplasm contains sarcosomes, mitochondria, to provide energy for the contraction. Myofibril. The sarcoplasm of each striated muscle fiber contains several elongated myofibrils or sarcostyles. The myofibrils are relatively coarse and tightly packed in parallel bundles. The striated appearance of a skeletal muscle fiber is due to the banded nature of its myofibrils. Each myofibril is formed of a number of alternating dark and light bands. The dark bands are called anisotropic or A bands, while the light bands are called isotropic or I bands. The central part of A band is called Henson's disk or H zone. Each I band is dissected by a dark refractile disc called jet band or Cruce's membrane or intermediate disc. The portion of a myofibril between the two jet bands is called sarcomere. An ordinary muscle fiber is made up of both red and white muscle fibers. Red muscle fibers have more sarcoplasm and scattered nuclei. The red color of red fiber is due to myohemoglobin or myoglobin. The striated muscle fiber occurs in parallel bundle called fasciculi, which constitute the muscle. The connective tissue enveloping muscle fiber is called endomysium. The connective tissue set around a fasciculus is called perimysium. A group of fasciculi are covered by a connective tissue set called epimysium. Ultimately, the epimysium is attached to the tendon. Functions. Skeletal muscles are responsible for movements of the vertebrate body. Skeletal muscles undergo fatigue. Skeletal muscle work in pairs such as flexor and extensor. Contraction of striated muscle is rapid and strong. Smooth muscle or unstriped muscle. The smooth muscles are known as plain or non-striated muscles. They are so named because of the absence of cross bands, stripes. This muscle is innervated by autonomic nerve fibers. It is independent of the will of organism. Hence, it is also called involuntary muscle. The smooth muscle is composed of elongated, spindle-shaped fiber with tapering ends. The smooth muscle fiber is rarely branched at its ends. It contains an elongated nucleus in the swollen middle part. The sarcoplasm contains contractile myofibrils made up of myosin and actin. The myosin and actin are not aggregated into filaments. Hence, striations are absent. The sarcolemma is very thin. Usually, a number of smooth muscle fibers are held together into bands by connective tissue. A number of such bands are held together into bundles. Smooth muscles undergo slow and prolonged contractions. Smooth muscles are found in many parts such as the dermis, iris and ciliary body of eye, wall of gut, ducts of glands, genital ducts, blood vessels and urinary bladder. Therefore, it is often described as visceral muscle. Functions. Smooth muscles bring about opening and closure of cavities or tubes. Smooth muscles are responsible for peristalsis, micturition, etc. Cardiac muscle. The muscles found in the wall of heart are called cardiac muscles. These muscles are red in color due to the presence of red pigment myoglobin. Structurally, cardiac muscle resembles striated muscle to a large extent, but functionally it resembles smooth muscle. Hence, cardiac muscle is said to be intermediate between the above two types of muscles. The cardiac muscle fiber are striated and branched. They form a network by the union of oblique cross connections. Sarcolemma of cardiac muscle fiber is indistinct. Cardiac muscle resembles the striated muscle in having striated myofibrils, but cardiac muscular cell contains single nucleus. Cardiac muscle fiber is distinguished by the presence of dark intercalated discs or end plates at intervals. The intercalated discs are specialized regions of cell membranes of two adjacent fibers. The intercalated discs function as boosters of contraction. They also allow the wave of contraction to be transmitted from one cardiac cell to the another. Functions. The contractions of cardiac muscle are rapid and rhythmic. These muscles are immune to fatigue and works tirelessly from embryonic state until death. Nervous tissue. The nervous tissue is derived from the embryonic ectoderm. The study of neurons is neurology. It is a highly specialized tissue consisting of neurons, nerve fibers and neuroglial cells. Neuroglial cells have no nerve function. These are supporting cells of central nervous system. The nerve cells take part in receiving and conducting stimuli. The neuron has the properties of irritability and conductivity. Neurons. The neuron is otherwise called nerve cell. It consists of a large cell body named as cyton or perikarya. The cyton contains large oval nucleus and cytoplasm. The cytoplasm contains RNA, ribonucleic acid, granules referred to as Nissl granules or Tegrid bodies and neurofibrils. The cyton produces two types of cells, processes called dendrons and axon. The dendrons are small processes. They are branched and form dendrites. There is only one axon for each nerve cell and it is the largest fiber of the cyton. The axon ends into branches called axon endings or telodendrites. Synapse. Information or nerve impulse is passed on from the axon endings to the dendrites of another nerve cell through a synapse. The axon endings are not in direct contact with the dendrites. A submicroscopic space exists between them. This space is called synapse. The nerve cells communicate with each other through the synapse by chemical substance. A neurotransmitter called acetylcholine is secreted by terminal butons of axon endings. The acetylcholine carries the impulse to the dendrites of the other nerve cell. When the impulse reaches the other nerve cell, the acetylcholine is removed by an enzyme named as cholinesterase. Information from cell to cell is conducted in one direction. The axon is surrounded by a sheath called the medullary sheath or myelin sheath. This sheath is composed of fatty material. The myelin sheath is covered by a thin envelope referred to as neurilemma. The neurilemma plays an important role in the formation of myelin sheath and proper functioning of nerve fiber. The squamous cells are present in between the neurolemma and myelin sheath. These cells secrete myelin. The nerve fibers having myelin sheath are called myelinated nerve fibers. Non-myelinated nerve fibers are seen in autonomic nervous system and in gray matter of the central nervous system. The myelinated nerve fibers show constrictions all along their length. These constrictions are called nodes of Ranvier. The space between two nodes is called internode. The myelinated nerve fibers are seen in the white matter of brain, spinal cord, cranial and spinal nerves. Axons may have branches known as collateral fibers near the cyton. The axon receives impulses through dendrons and pass it on to the next neuron. Depending on the cytoplasmic process extending from the neurons, three types of neurons are recognized. They are unipolar neurons, bipolar neurons, multipolar neurons. Unipolar neurons, a single process which soon divides into two branches, is seen in this type of neuron. Out of the two branches, one nerve gets into the central nervous system and the other outwards. Example, trigeminal and vagus cranial nerves. Bipolar neurons. This neuron gives two processes, one on either side, out of which one is dendron and the other is an axon. Multipolar neurons. It shows a single axon and many dendrites. The cell bodies, when occur as groups, are named as ganglia. These groups in the brain or spinal cord are named as nerve centers. Each nerve consists of bundles of neurons. Each neuron is surrounded by membrane called endoneurium. Each bundle is called pedunculus. The pedunculus is surrounded by connective tissue membrane called perineurium. Nerve is surrounded by epineurium. The nerve fibers carrying impulses from the receptor organs to the central nervous system are called apparent or sensory fibers or sensory nerves. The nerve fibers conducting impulses from the central nervous system to the effector organs are named as effector and motor fibers or motor nerves. The nerve fibers having both Apparent and apparent fibers are called mixed nerves. Neuron function. Sensory neuron responds to external stimulus and carries impulse towards the central nervous system. The axonal parts of sensory neurons terminate in the intermediate neurons, which are seen in brain and spinal cord. These are stimulated by the impulses that are received from the sensory neuron. Motor neurons carry impulses from the central nervous system towards the effector organ, which bring about response. Thank you.